It's 1 p.m. now. Have my stamina gone down yet? I think it might have. But I'm gonna do this. Because this is Project Rampage. The story of my life. And the only known way I can possibly do it. By doing the longest game ever known. So, let's see. What have we got here? We got a very, very short stage. Two buildings to break. A whole lot of shit coming after us from every which way. And plus, on top of that, this guy has done me a great deal of favor. I shall pose for great justice. The 101st day in St. Louis. Well, we move on because all good stories need some triumph, right? So let's see. It took me about. Okay, now we fast forward about maybe that very month I started coming back from my ordeal in Japan. Oh, you bastard. And what happened was, this. No. No, it was not this. It was something related to this. No, but really, in all honesty, what happened was, um, I started writing stories, which used to be my first love. I used to do a lot of stories. When I was on web TV, I used to do a lot of stories. I remember I did this crossover with Dragon Spirit. Yeah, a Namco game with The Legend of Zelda. Rather good story. I based it off the new Legend Dragon Spirit game and just The Legend of Zelda. You're probably thinking, how the hell did I manage to do that? I don't know. It just came to me one day. So with that, I was like, well, let's see. What can I possibly do? And one thing I was really good at was crossovers. So crossovers was my thing, and I basically did a whole mess of crossovers. So when I was on web TV, I did a lot of fanfics, mainly fanfic crossovers, like the Dragon Ball Tenchi, Sailor Moon G Flight to Eternity. Yes, I did with the help of my girlfriend, and she gave me such good ideas. The idea for Sailor Moon G, the title was called Bishojo Senshi Sailor Moon G Kiko no In Flight to Eternity, the Flight of Eternity. And basically, it was like, what would happen if two different versions of Sailor Moon were put into one storyline? So the story was this: the original Senshi were in their timeline, and there's and they were faced with another Senshi. But in this case, she came from a different time, and the Senshi were called the Sailor Scouts. But the thing, but the story was, something happened that caused her to turn evil. So it was, something that happened. Oh, I am so ashamed. No, no, really, that's what happened. The story was, the Sailor Senshi were in they were taking care of what they usually do, get rid of the monster of the day, blah blah blah. And all of a sudden, this Senshi, this strange yet familiar character shows up and well, causes trouble for the Senshi. Most importantly, caused trouble for Sailor Moon. So what had happened was, what had happened was, I'm telling the story. I can't believe I'm actually telling the story of this. But anyway, it was a good story. It was probably the best story. And the funny thing about it was when I actually finished it, I was in Japan when I actually finished it because I was rushing. And I mean, I was really rushing to get that story done. But too bad I couldn't remember where the hell it is now. Maybe it's still around in circulation somewhere. I'm not certain. Really, I'm not all that certain. I'm just. I am curious though. But yeah, I did a lot of crossover. I did a whole lot of crossovers when I was on TV. Kind of wish I kept my stuff and ported them over to website. Then what I would have done to set website is basically just that. I would have ported that shit over to the computer, and I would have done a whole lot more. So hold on, while I catch my breath right after this. I'll be right back. And yet, I'm back again. Did y'all miss me? I hope you did. Because I'm pretty sure everybody else on this block has not missed me. Okay, so what I did during my break was had myself a little honey, just for my voice. Mind you, I am undertaking the most I can pretty much try to say I can pretty much state that this is like the most taxing LP I've ever done. I can be honest and say, yeah, this is the most taxing LP I've ever done. And this is the longest I've ever stayed up to do an LP. But I can tell you one thing. When I am done, I'm just going to post them two at a time. Or I'll just basically try to post them all at once. I don't know. But yeah, about what I said, yes, I went to my first love. I went back to my first love, which is writing. Because I did a lot of it when I was growing up. Apparently, here's something I didn't know. My mom used to be a writer. It's like my girlfriend's deceased mother. She used to be an artist. She used to be an artist. Now, her daughter seems to have the genes. So, you know, it's all good. So, let's see what else. And I'm okay. Omaha, Nebraska. Anyway, things are happening. I'm breaking more shit than you can shake a stick at. Omaha Mutual. So what I did was I decided, I started fresh. I might as well dump the old. So I dumped the old practice LPs, as well as a couple of others, which shall remain nameless. And now for something completely and utterly different. Now, since I said I was a singer, I'm not sure if I can do this. I'm really not sure if I can do this. I think I might do that in the second part. Where are we? Part 10? Part 11? We're in one of those areas. We're in the Double Deuce District. And we're pretty much putting an end to this. Oh, yes, today I will put an end to this. Before this day is done, I will definitely and more than likely put an end to all this. Rest assured, I will put an end to this. Or my name isn't PookieIzzy7. And it is. It's kind of funny about how I got that username. Well, it's kind of a mixture between my name and my mother's nickname. Because back in her day, she used to be called Pookie. So originally, I wanted to become something cool. I wanted to have a name that stood out. Well, now it's a name that stands out. Because anyone who knows me now knows that for all that time that I've been doing all this, there anything wrong with me doing this? Hell no. Nah, not at all. Why? Is there something wrong to you? Why, there is nothing wrong with what you're seeing. You're seeing a Daikaiju in victory. Ha ha ha! Not that much left. And since I'm going to be close, let's stop here for